done in, ever. And we have 20 plus firefighters.
Stick to the question. What are you going to do? I know all that. What are you going to do?
Well, I think one of the biggest things is that because of my schedule, I'm able to come in on almost a daily basis, check in with Toby, see what's going on. I don't get to check in with Pete that much. Pete's busy with highway. We kind of, we go to meetings together, but that's certainly one of the things, because I really underestimated how strong of a reaction there was around Strong Chief. I knew Pete was against it, but I didn't really understand it, and I didn't make a lot of effort to understand it. And that's something that I would definitely change. Really trying, if somebody has an idea that's different, I want to make sure that I understand why that's there. And I made maybe a little effort, but not a lot. And I would definitely make more effort to do that. As far as with the firefighters and leadership, leadership happens every day. It calls, and I think that there's really, I think with the calls and what we do as firefighters, that's not as much in question as with the direction that the department's going in. So certainly, articulating better, I actually really like Milty's idea of, bringing the captains and having a committee for training, because it has been a lot of work. And I have kind of felt like it was my duty and task. And I think that would do a lot to kind of spread out some of the leadership and get people more involved. There have been a number of firefighters that have been involved, but not in the general sense. So I think those two things would be where the directions I would go in.
Okay. Milton?
First of all, I would open up the lines of communication in the Board of Engineers office. I think that's broken down for whatever reasons over the last 6 or 8 months. I think it's very important. I also think a line of communications to the body, to the firefighters, is very important. I did a similar thing with the companies and the other 2 captains. We were meeting for an all-company meeting every 4, 5, 6 months. And I think it's real healthy. So I think we need to get the communication opened back up between the engineers. Organization. It seems like there's a fair level of disorganization. Meetings being canceled, meetings being missed, stuff that we've been talking about for months and months and months, and there's still no action on it. I think we just, and I don't think it's a real difficult issue to fix, but something that bothers me, because I'm particular about how things are done, and I think that stuff provides the best end result, which is the service we provide. So that's what's foremost in my mind.
Thank you. I think good responses, and I see some positive direction. Management is worrying about budgets, worrying about personnel. Leadership is trust. And you need to have, your men and women need to trust you all as a group. So, and hopefully you guys will get it, and over the coming months we'll repair some of the damage that's out there. So, thank you.
I can't wait to be chair. What can I add on to the last 45 minutes of discussion? I've heard from people from the fire department. I see the division. It's good to hear that you guys feel that it's administrative probably division, not an operational division. I would urge you to get a handle on it before it becomes an operational division. I think with that, move along the discussion of the Board of Engineers. And I guess my first question, just for my understanding, when we appoint you as engineers, you basically have command authority, correct?
Correct.
Right. Okay. So I have a comment here that, I've reviewed the documents that you guys provided us, okay? And I've said this, and I think maybe even everybody's heard it. I'm going to appoint, or I'm going to vote to appoint a position that's gonna have command authority, that's gonna go into a situation where these guys' lives could be on the line, and, you know, you're gonna be making decisions, okay? God forbid, you know, I hope this never happens. I know I've got experienced people in front of me, but if something bad happened, okay, somebody could come in here and look at what's been going on, okay? And I would tell you that, and I'm being honest and upfront, what John Kinney submitted to me as far as his experience, what he's done, what he plans to do. Okay, if somebody came in here looking to see what's going on in our department, you know, I have no problem voting for him onto the Board of Engineers. Okay, I've said this in 2 meetings before now. I need to know things about you. I know that you guys are longtime residents. I respect you. I respect the work you've done. Okay, but we need to document this. We need to understand. Toby followed up with some more information about who he is and what he does. Okay, I am going to state that I am going to have a hard time voting for people that don't put in writing why they should be there. Okay, it has nothing to do, you know, I know everybody talk to me. It's nothing to do with personalities, nothing to do with not liking anybody. I, as a selectman, am appointing you to a command position. You have to understand, I need information that convinces me that it's the right thing to get my vote. Okay? I'm not, you know, I don't expect people to you know, cower to me or anything like that. I just want information. Appreciate you guys coming here and giving the information verbally, but I'd really like to see, you know, information down on paper, on file, so that God forbid if anything ever happened, you know, there's something to stand back on. So.
I got another question. Who's the leader of the group? I mean, there's again, it's all we've been talking about leadership, and you know, I received a lot of calls over the past couple of days. Probably the hottest issue in my 3 years as a selectman, and there's all types of concerns that, you know, one person is really in charge, another person isn't, and I know you're a board, but I just want you to address that. You know, is there a problem with the rank and file and your command staff of who's in charge and who to go to when there's a problem?
At a fire scene, as we've stated, who's ever senior person there is usually in charge. We've had a few issues at a fire scene, but nothing that.
Who's running the department? I think Patrick's asking.
Yeah,
So,
it should more the
in the department, it's the board of fire engineers runs the department.
Okay. Then again, going back to the reasons for going to a strong chief, they were some I'd say very petty examples of, you know, given that, well, we have problems scheduling meetings, that, you know, you had problems, I guess, deciding on what type of strap for Scott packs, and then boots. And it's like, those things should not even, in my mind, come up at all. I mean, those are things that, you guys are all grown men. It's a pretty simple thing to address. If those are if those are the best issues for going to a strong chief, that's a pretty sad argument. But are those things really issues? I mean, because if those are issues, there's got to be huge issues, bigger problems out there. If we can't even, you know, file paper.
Well, there were issues up till Monday again that not allowed to spend money unless you have the vote of at least one other, you know, that's in favor of it. So Monday, the board granted me the authority to spend up to $2,500. So that issue, I guess, would be gone. But it wasn't realized until, or I should say, it wasn't brought up until we realized we had a problem with that. So.
Okay. Peter, any thought? That was for all of you.
Well, I do my part. I can just tell you that. I am outspoken. I don't like something, I make sure that I get my point across, and I run with it and do the best I can. I am here to assist the other two Board of Engineers members as best I can, and I give it 100% or more. And I know what you're getting at. There may be times that people think I'm in charge, because of the way I am. So if that's the answer you're looking for,
No,
I don't know.
It's just,
I'm just,
I'm trying to get into, Toby touched upon it, and a follow-up would have been, it took, I would say, a discussion with the selectmen